Okay, it's about 2 a.m. and I'm having a bit of trouble sleeping, so I thought I'd get up and I was going to watch something on TV, but I suddenly started thinking about the the ideas of motivation and discipline and mental toughness, and how these are the necessary components to set up strategies in your life to achieve the results that you want to achieve. Because you can set up all the strategies in the world, but if you don't actually have the right motivation, which in turn drives your discipline, and which in turn allows you to develop mental toughness, none of the strategies are really going to work. So I think maybe I'll have a little chat about my ideas about motivation first off. Now, motivation is the very core of achieving anything, I believe. And your motivation's got to be, it's not good enough for your motivation to just be strong. Your motivation has to be absolutely rock solid. It has to be, as they love to say in the new age, it has to be a passion. I think it has to even be more than that. It essentially, it has to be a need. That's really what it boils down to. Your motivation has to be a need, and I find for myself that motivations that are outside myself, that are not so much a self-centered motivation, but a motivation driven essentially by finding the good in life for people around me, is a far stronger motivation than just a motivation driven by a self-want or a self-need. And my motivation is my family. My motivation is to become a better parent and a better partner, to provide a better lifestyle, to provide everything that I could possibly want to provide for my family. And that's the strongest motivation at all, because that motivation is essentially love. Love for my family is my motivation. So that essentially makes me and my need to achieve my goals completely indestructible, which is what is driving me to do everything that you see me do on this blog. When I realised I had a problem with alcohol, my first thoughts was the impact that this was having and would have in the future on my family. And my first reaction to that absolute no doubt knowledge that I was in trouble was to tell my partner. Because at the end of the day, I don't really have any other wants in this life but to be with my family. So that's my motivation, and I suggest that if you're looking to achieve something, it doesn't matter what it is, then you need to examine your motivations. Take a really good, hard look at the reasons that you want to achieve any given outcome, analyze all your whys. Why do you want to achieve that? What's it for? What is the genuine core motivation that's driving you? And if you're having trouble achieving something, then it's even more necessary for you to find that motivation. And quite possibly your motivation is not strong enough, and therefore that goal is possibly not the goal that you're genuinely seeking anyway. Because even the things that I'm looking to achieve, like good health, now obviously that's a massive thing for me personally to achieve good health. But as you can see all around you, and as I've shown myself, that to achieve that for myself is sometimes not enough, because I've allowed my health to deteriorate across the last 3 years quite dramatically. So obviously that self-centered motivation is not enough. But when I move my motivation from myself to the people around me, which is my family, some of that motivation is extended and enlarged, 100-fold more. So that's what I mean by finding motivations that are driven by giving, I guess is what I'm saying. You'll find far stronger motivations than motivations purely driven by yourself. Yeah, but without it, you're not going to really achieve much. Or you may even, look, there are plenty of people that money seems to be their driving force. But money in itself it's not really strong enough to help you set correct goals and achieve a balanced, happy life. I mean, I know people motivated by money, and they seem to be achieving their goals. You sit down and have a chat with them, and a lot of them talk about not seeing their families. A lot of them talk about not really even getting the time to enjoy the fruits of their labour. And to me, that's not achieving a worthwhile goal. Now, part of my strategies for achieving my goals is to build my business to provide me with the money and financial wherewithal to provide the lifestyle I would like for my family. But the money in itself is not a driving force. The money is a means to a goal. So that's what I mean. Pick your goals. Pick real goals. Pick genuine, people-driven goals. And break those goals down into steps. And in there you'll find your true motivation. Yeah. Alright, I might finish here. I'll spend about 10 minutes, and as we all know, we can only upload 15 minutes worth of video onto YouTube. So that's probably a good place to finish this. And I might do another one addressing discipline.